This is the Aqualife Edgewater outdoor hot tub, and just looking at it parked on my patio, I have to say, it's a real showstopper. It's got this rectangular shape and a smooth driftwood-colored exterior that actually looks pretty high-end in my backyard. The tub itself is made of acrylic, so you get both that sleek, modern look and long-lasting durability. It's sized just right at 74 inches long, 74 inches wide, and stands about 35 inches tall. I've seen plenty of so-called six-seater tubs that actually fit 4 adults squeezed in. But this one does give enough space for 6 people to relax comfortably, not just squeeze in for a minute or two. From my experience, the interior is set up with a combination of lounger, captain's chairs, and side seats, and each position has its own unique jet arrangement. There are 28 jets in total, and I'll be honest, I stopped trying to count after a while during my first soak. Each jet is adjustable, which is amazing if you have specific spots you want to focus on, like neck or lower back tension, or even a quick arm massage after the gym. For anyone who doesn't know, jets in a hot tub basically shoot a flow of water mixed with air, kind of like a water massage that targets knots and sore spots. You get to control how intense you want each jet, which I think is really handy if you're sharing the hot tub with people who like different levels of pressure. When it comes to the overall feel of this tub, I appreciate the hard shell. Unlike inflatable tubs or cheaper versions that can flex or even feel a little flimsy, the Edgewater feels solid. The materials look ready to handle being outdoors year-round, which is a must for me since I don't want to be dragging a heavy cover off and on every season. The faux wood exterior is another thing I like. It gives the tub a more natural look and is super low maintenance. You can hose it off or wipe it down without worrying about warping or fading. Now, my actual experience has been mostly positive. I was excited about the plug-and-play feature, which means I could plug the tub into any standard 120-volt outlet and get up and running. This is perfect if you aren't ready to hire an electrician for a complicated setup. It did take a bit to fill up. It holds 300 gallons, but once it was full and heated, getting in for the first time was honestly a relief. The jets are strong. After a long day at work or after working out, I'll usually set the jets on high and just let them work their magic for half an hour or so. If you're not sure if hot tubs actually help with muscle tension or stress, from personal experience, I think the answer is a definite yes. You really do feel looser and more relaxed after a session in here. The LED lighting system is another key feature I didn't realize would make such a difference. There are programmable multicolor LEDs both underwater and in the water columns, and it feels very spa-like in the evenings. It sets a whole mood. Sometimes I'll just sit in the tub after dark and let the lights cycle through colors while I unwind. It seems like a small detail, but it adds real value, especially when you've got friends over, or even if you're just taking a solo soak with some music playing. Speaking of entertaining, the ice bucket feature is such a simple but brilliant touch. There's a built-in area on the side of the tub that keeps your drinks cold while you're soaking. This was a surprise hit during my last small gathering. People love not having to run back and forth to the kitchen or fridge. That kind of practical touch just makes it easier to enjoy the tub and spend more time in it, which is the point. Something else I want to mention is the insulated, tapered cover that comes with the tub. It's heavy-duty and easy to put on or take off, and it really does an impressive job keeping the heat in. In my opinion, that's essential if you want to use the tub in colder weather. Edgewater says you can run this at either 120 volts or 240 volts, and honestly, if you live somewhere chilly and want faster heat-up times, getting a pro to convert it to 240 volts is worth it. But if you just want an easy plug-and-play deal, 120 volts is fine. For the things I really liked, I have to say the jet power stands out. I wasn't sure if 28 jets would be strong enough for 6 adults, but the design makes it work. Every seat gets decent coverage, so you're not trying to claim the one good spot. The headrests are comfortable, and I also appreciate that the tub doesn't have complicated controls. Everything is right there on a digital panel, easy to adjust even when your hands are wet. The build quality is another area that impressed me. The tub feels sturdy and reliable, and the faux wood sides don't just look good, they're practical for low maintenance. I like that the insulation keeps the water hot since I use this tub year-round, even when it drops below freezing outside. Now, on to the things I haven't loved. First, there were some delivery issues. My tub got delayed a couple of days, and moving it into position once it arrived was a 2-person job. I was nervous about scratching up the exterior while dragging it to where I wanted it. The delivery service only drops it curbside, so be prepared for a little muscle work or plan ahead for some help. Some small component issues have come up. The cover's locking clips feel just a bit flimsy for how heavy the cover is, and I had one snap after a few weeks. It's not a big deal for day-to-day use, but it's worth noting if you have kids around or want to keep the cover locked at all times. Also, I noticed the water filter looked a little discolored not long after the first few uses. I cleaned it and it's still working, but if you're picky about maintenance, order a spare just in case. The heating speed is solid when the weather is warm, but in the winter it does take a while to reach max temperature on a 120 volts. That's pretty normal for a plug-and-play tub though, and not specific to this brand. As for maintenance, it's not entirely set it and forget it. You still need to check the chemical balance, rinse the filter, and give everything a wipe down every so often. If you're new to hot tubs, that means testing the pH and sanitizer in the water a few times a week, so the water stays clean and safe. It takes 5 minutes but is important if you want to avoid cloudy water or buildups. In conclusion, the Aqualife Edgewater outdoor hot tub really is a fantastic addition to my backyard and my routine. It combines relaxation, muscle recovery, and just some genuine fun all in one. It isn't perfect, the delivery was a hassle, and a couple of parts could be more robust. But overall, from my experience, this tub delivers on what's important. Powerful jets, easy setup, a solid build, and a handful of thoughtful features that actually get used, like the ice bucket and the LED lights. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants the benefits of hydrotherapy with the convenience of a plug-and-play setup, and who doesn't mind a little regular maintenance. It's perfect for families, couples, or those who host friends often. If you want a hot tub that looks good, performs well, and keeps everyone happy at gatherings, this is a real contender. I feel like it's one of those purchases that actually gets better the more you use it. I will leave all the information about the Aqualife Edgewater outdoor hot tub in the comments. I hope to see you again in the following videos.